Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. It's Ameer Abdullah with the return. Shoots away from one. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. This can be caught by Tyler Warren. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So 1st down from the 41.
And the Colts, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Quick throw to the left is complete. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Play made there by Clark Phillips. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 45-yard line.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Rolling into enemy territory. Now he's past the 25. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Spencer Schrader on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Starting from the 5. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Rolling into enemy territory. Into the red zone. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead on the first play of the drive. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown.
You know, Kate, I think one thing we've clearly learned about the analytics of this game at the NFL level, explosive plays matter. And to get one on the opening series, that has got to feel good for this offense.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Falcons take the lead here, 14-7 in the first.
14, Colts 7.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Abdullah now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Jones now to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And this one does not go far.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Let's go now. Go.
Working from the gun. Here's Jones. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Play fake, Jones. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down. The Colts ready for the punt. Billy Bowman on for the Falcons' return. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Across the 45. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. Offense in the hurry up here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
On second down, Robinson. He doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Third down give to Robinson. And the run will not work. He is soft at the line. This is going to be fourth and short.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. Must not have liked what they saw on 4th and 1 there. They're going to take a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. A little outside their comfort zone to try a field goal, so instead they're going for this on 4th down. They throw it out quick to the left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First down.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's a design run. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a pickup of 3.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins.
7.
And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Third and long, they're going to throw. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. And dose of the hurry up here.
First down, Falcons.
On first and 10, it's Cousins. Catch is made in close. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go.
Offense to the line fast. Cousins to throw once again. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grow their early lead to 13. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons double their lead to 14. Now to kick it away, here's Pinion. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. This is our last play of the quarter. On first down, it's Jones to throw. Escapes the pocket. That winds up incomplete and brings an end to our opening quarter. That's the end of our opening quarter. 21-7 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They start out 2nd and 10. On the shotgun, it's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. Hits some space around midfield. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A pickup of 34 yards on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On first down, Jones. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. On the move, headed right. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Buffalo 18, let's go.
From the red zone on first. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
I can pretty much guarantee you, Kate, the minute that quarterback left the pocket, that D coordinator started to hold his breath. It is so hard when you play a dual-threat QB out on the run in space, especially down here in the red zone, but the defense rises to the occasion.
Throws caught, and they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third and goal for Jones. And oh, he got it! Interception! Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. First and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure alters the throw.
Pitts brings it in. And this winds up being an excellent play for him from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. A pickup of 17, and that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. Running left is Robinson. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. The end result there, 15 yards and a first. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. More from Berlin on the other side. First down from the 42. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. First and 10 from the 43. Robinson on the inside give. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Kenny Moore there to make the stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. It's complete, some mustard on it to Bijan. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Coming to the line for another first and 10. To the air, Cousins. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just a machine. Surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Set to kick off.
Abdullah now to return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's another Colts 1st down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Jones. Sends this to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Jones going to throw again. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. 1st down now, ball at the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
At the 60. Rig alert. Rig alert. Let's go.
To throw again, it's Jones. Taking a chance to the end zone. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there are going to be more interceptions.
70 Lions. 19 Lions.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones throwing this one back of the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be from 50. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
And with those 3 points, you just dig yourself out of a little bit of a hole. You know, coming out of halftime, you've got to firmly be in comeback mode.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. He fields it from the 8. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Well, it has been a great time so far in Berlin, hasn't it? More still in store. Off we go here in our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Jump off, caught by his back. All right, short on marking for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
Robinson, a first down and more. Past the 25. And he's finally taken down at the 16-yard line. They get 40 on the big hitter. And that's a Falcon first down.
And the Falcon first down.
48.
In the red zone now. That one connects. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Robinson has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2. Working quickly here. Gets it again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. On 3rd and goal, it's Cousins. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
4th down, here's Cousins. And he falls to the pass rush on 4th and goal. That defense coming through, forcing a turnover on downs.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can...
And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. Looking quickly here.
Daniel Jones sacks a loss of 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd.
70 Lions.
3rd and long for him here. It's downfield. He's got it. The 40. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Indy. The Colts start the second half with some needed points. Well, that right there, Brock, is saving all of your guys a whole lot of work. I see 10 dudes breathing easy out there, and only one of them out of breath, and he's the one holding it. Oh, it's fake. They're going to flip it to the kicker. He's going to throw. Caught along the 5. And he's into the end zone. They're really pulling out whatever they can to try to make this game closer. That cuts the lead down by an extra 2. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. First down. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. Rolling into enemy territory. There he goes again. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. He finds him right side. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the offshoot quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. Great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Play action now with Jones. Headed out right. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They go play fake with Jones. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
A.J. Terrell on the cover.
On the shotgun, it's Jones. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Jones now on 3rd down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
To the air once more. Here's Jones. He's got it, complete to Downs. And he has the 1st down for the moment, but we all see that flag, and depending on which way it goes, could wipe away that 4th down conversion. A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this. On 4th down, it's Jones. He's going deep. And this one winds up incomplete. They took their shot at extending the series, but it's going to be a new possession when we resume play. First and 10 from the 32. the gun, Cousins. Escapes the pocket. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that is good enough for Atlanta. First down. Drawing up the design keeper. Here he goes again. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His third total score in this game.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead.
Colts 18.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion.
Set to kick off.
Abdullah now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 6, check, Bobcat.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38.
Jones off first down. They shot his shot clock, but they couldn't connect.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And that's going to be close to an outright disaster, Brock, because he winds up losing a ton of yards on the play.
If Coach was actually holding the playbook down there right now, I think he might have just ripped that play right out of it. What a stunning loss on 2nd down. Now needs some serious magic to convert on 3rd.
Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
First down.
Pistol now for Jones. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Pierce, incomplete. He was covered by Caden Ellis.
Now Jones. He's trying to push the field. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for Josh.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
That's another Colts 1st down.
Again, Jones to the air. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Your 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Jones going to throw again. Going all the way to the end zone here. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Berlin. Colts hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Clark Phillips with the pick. And the Falcons take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Okay, that's just one of those situations that is so difficult to be a quarterback in that spot. It's kind of like being a pitcher in a 3-0 count. You just oftentimes don't win. You feel like you got to force the issue, and you force the issue, yeah, interceptions follow.
First down now, ball at the 33. They're going to pass it here. Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the gun, it's Robinson. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard.
Cousins to throw on 3rd and 1. Pass complete to Robinson. And Sabi, if you've heard this before, Brock, they've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Falcons continue piling it on here in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again.
Falcons 50, Colts 18.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Abdullah now to return. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Stephanie! Viking 18! Go!
Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And they pick him off again! Xavier Watts picks it. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. And they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Complete to Bijan Robinson.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches.
The 12-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. And this one is launched downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons, as we say Auf Wiedersehen from Berlin.